secured. That was bad. But yeah, I dropped the camera. I'll put it all on me because David will be joining us, but at the moment he's chopping crudité. I need to go and get my laptop and I need to get a blanket. We'll be back. But yeah, say hello when you arrive. I'm just going to pull this too, David, because the blooming washing machine. I love you. Right. Here we are. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to kick you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Cosy. Oh God, I'm not even on Cosy Reading Night on here. I mean, who would have thought that I'd be rushing around for an event that's taking place literally on my sofa? But here I am. I need to go on my channel and then onto my lives. There I am, Cosy Reading Night Live. Turn the sound off because we don't want to hear myself thinking. Right, Tracy's here, Bess is here. We've got a few people saying hello, lovely stuff. So yes, do say hello as you arrive. Sarah's here. And I'm here under a blanket, that's nice. Lara's here, Sun's here, Jenny's here, Beth's here, Pam's here, Sue's here. Lovely stuff, 34 of you so far. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I am actually a little bit early, oh that's good. I have my phone set early, like the time on my phone set early. I mean, I'm early for everything always, so I don't know why I do that. So whenever I'm about to go live, I always end up thinking, oh, I've got a little bit more time than I need because my phone is set about 6 minutes early. But I'm even, well, I mean, it's 7 o'clock now, so welcome, welcome everybody who is here. British Bookworm, hi Lauren, I've been looking forward to this all day. Girl Sang, Sky, Melly Jane's here, Catherine, Daddy L's here. Unintentionally Minimalist, love that name, here. GLGJ, I forgot, and lovely to have this pop up as my wife is gaming tonight, so I was planning on reading lots anyway. Perfect, Amy's here, Loz is here, Jenny's here, Lindsay, Lila and Quayle's here. Perfect, well this is working out perfectly, isn't it? So welcome everybody to Cosy Reading Night. Let me know in the comments if, I mean, I recognise a lot of these names, so I know a lot of you have taken part in Cosy Reading Night before. Let me know if you've not taken part in a Cosy Reading Night before. But yeah, I'm gonna run through how it sort of works. I mean, it's basically this. It's 3 hours on the sofa with me and my husband David, and we're gonna be reading, and I've sort of pledged to do one every other month of these, because this year I'm trying to read more non-fiction, and I thought what better way to sort of keep myself in check with my non-fiction reading by having a Cosy Reading Night every other month whereby I'm always reading non-fiction. Now I would love, and I'm sure plenty of you will be reading books from the Women's Prize for Fiction because it only got announced on Wednesday, and I bet a lot of you are looking forward to settling down with some of those tonight. I would love to be doing that, but I have pledged to read non-fiction. So when we get to the point where we're going to be talking about what we're reading, I'll go through that. But yeah, that's the plan. And then last time David and I had takeaway pizza, which was mwah, but we simply can't commit to having takeaway pizza every other month. So today we've got a little spread from Marks and Spencer's, which will be lovely. And I do have a elderflower sparkling Dalston's, which is going to crack open now because as well as a lot of reading, there's also a lot of talking. God, I think this elderflower one might be the best one. There's also a lot of chatting, so very nice. Let's have a little look. Ladies here, Amy says, good evening bookworms. Anyone else had a beautiful sunset? Sadly, no, it's foggy and horrible here. Sasha Kate's first Cosy Reading Night. Emma Matthews' first Cosy Reading Night. Joe says, hi. Evening all. Rosina Amy says, never taken part before but watched the vlogs years ago. Great. Emily G says, my first ever Cosy Reading Night. Got my tea, snacks and blankets at the ready. Jenny said, I've bought extra snacks for tonight because I was so jealous of everyone's food last time. Pam says, love some picky bits from M&S. Gail in West Sussex says, evening everyone, been looking forward to this all day. Yeah, me too, me too. David is currently in the process of sorting out the food. Like I said, we've got picky bits from Marks and Spencer's, but I've got myself my blanket, which is my January temperature blanket that I made myself, that I've never been more pleased with myself about this. And yes, I have got today's blanket to do at some point, my round to do for my March temperature blanket, which I might get round to doing. But yeah, we've got the Lush Puppy says, my first one too, very excited. That's Ashlyn. Amanda says, hello everyone, been looking forward to this all day. Amanda. Pam says, it's been lovely and sunny here all day, such a mental health boost. Oh, Jenny says, I've gone the complete other way and I'm trying to read more fiction. Hurrah! I read 70-30 non-fiction to fiction last year. Oh, Jenny, good for you. And Lila says, I'm using my beautiful new thrifted swan mug for this special evening. Oh, lovely. We've got over 100 of us here now, which is lovely, lovely stuff. Beth says, I've treated myself to a latte and cookies from my favourite bakery. Nice, nice, nice. So yeah, we've got pizza, we've got crudité, we've got that delicious Mexican dip from Marks and Spencer's, which is so yummy. We've got olives, we've got mozzarella balls, we've got a little like the ploughman's little pot, which has like gherkins and pickled onions and bits of cheese and tomatoes. That's very nice. And I don't know that we've got anything sweet, which David will be devoed about. I don't actually think I have got anything sweet. That will be upsetting. And Pam says, Lauren, I'm on the last book for the non-fiction winter challenge. Can't believe it. I'm so pleased. So I set I've set myself some prompts to keep up to date with my non-fiction reading over the year, and I've split them into seasons. So the winter challenge finishes on the 20th of March, and the new one, the spring one, starts on the 21st of March, and there's 12 prompts, and Pam has done an amazing job and is on the last book for the non-fiction winter challenge. That's so good. I will be finishing my 10th book from the non-fiction reading challenge and starting my 11th book tonight, and then the last book that I will have to read is the book that I'm going to be reading for book club, which is an Irish book, and I'll be reading Emma Dabry's Disobedient Bodies, which I'll be reading as close to sort of the 20th as I possibly can. Sue says, I'm trying to carve out more reading time, so this is perfect for me. It really is, Sue. You'll have a great time. Unintentional Minimalist says, haven't taken any notice of the weather, been very wet indoors, got flooded by my neighbour this morning. Oh no. Martha says, watching with my mum. For my mum, Gillian's first Cosy reading night. Welcome, Gillian. And we have a Chinese takeaway. Oh, that was a consideration. Beth says, Beth is worried about the unintentional minimalist and the flood. Tara says, hi, Laura, looking forward to reading Disobedient Bodies this month. Yeah, absolutely. Carly says, hi. GLGJ says, I suddenly realised today I've only got 2 weeks. Got a physical and an audio book on the go, then need to read one more. Oh, you'll be perfect. And Jennifer says, hi, just got here. Lovely stuff. Well, I mean, it's only 7:05, so we're doing fine. What we did last time is we split talking about what books we were reading into talking about non-fiction, and then when David gets here, and he will be here, he's just peeling carrots and doing crudité, he'll talk about what fiction book he's reading, and then people can talk about what fiction books they're reading. So I guess if we start by talking about the non-fiction book, so if anyone's reading non-fiction, now's the time to say, hey, I'm reading this non-fiction book. And then when David's here, we'll talk about the fiction books that people are reading, because I imagine there'll be probably more fiction books being read than non-fiction. But yeah, the fiction books I'll be reading and finishing off. I'm going to be finishing off Out of the Darkness, Grenham Voices, 1981 to 2000 by Kate Kerrow and Rebecca Morden. And I am so close to the end of this. I'm on page 240, and it is 262 pages long, so I've got 22 pages of this left. I've been really, really enjoying this. I read this, this is from the prompt, read a book that's been on your shelf for ages, and I mean, I couldn't be sure what had been on there for ages and ages, but I just remember seeing this on there for a long time, and it was published in 2021, so it hasn't been on there forever ages, but like at least 5 years. But it's published by the History Press, and I've also read a book of theirs called The History of Women in 100 Objects, which was super interesting. And yeah, this has just been, oh yeah, there it is, A History of Women in 100 Objects, and the front cover is the pill. But yeah, this has been really, really interesting about, in 1981, a group of women marched from Cardiff to the Greenham Common RAF base in Newbury to protest the holding of US missiles on UK soil. And then over the years that they were there, which was like almost 20 years, they made a life for themselves there, and they lived at various places over the camp, and different parts of the camp had different sort of messages. There was like a sort of more family-based camp, and yeah, this is like, it really goes into the detail about what day-to-day life was like at the camp, and the different characters that had there. I really, really loved the section which was just pictures of all the women that had lived at the camp at some point or another, and it's got songs in here. I'm trying to find it frantically. Yeah, here they all are. Here are all those amazing women. And there's songs in here that they used to sing, and like people with first-hand accounts of what happened. So yeah, I very, very much enjoyed this. I'm so glad I got around to reading it, because I do think this is one that probably just would have languished and languished on my shelves forever. And then I'm going to be starting, so excited, going to be starting Saltwater Mansions by David Whitehouse, which is the prompt for the prompt, read a book that is about an unfinished mystery. Oh, is the first course here?
Well, it's all kind of coming out at the same time.
Great! Pizza? Is this my pizza?
That's your pizza.
Yum! Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Saltwater Mansions, which is about an unsolved mystery, and this is about a woman who has gone missing from a block of flats in Margate, which is close to where I live in Kent. And yeah, I watched the author David Whitehouse chatting. We were doing good idea. Doing a talk at Faversham Literary Festival, and yeah, although it's about that in the main, it's also about he started writing this book after his father had died, so it's about his grief and coming to terms with the death of his father. And yeah, he just spoke so eloquently, and I have been so pumped about reading this. And the guy who was interviewing him said that this was the best. There's so much good food coming out. Oh my god!
There's some little cocktail sticks.
Little cocktail sticks. That's such a good idea.
For the props.
And the guy that interviewed him said it was the best book that he'd read that year, and I truly believed him. And yeah, so many people have told me wonderful things about this. So yes, I will be finishing this and starting this, and I feel excited about both of those things. And yeah, and David, who is bringing out plates and plates of delicious things. Oh my god, this looks so good, David. Yeah, let's have a look and see what people are reading. So if people are reading non-fiction, then talk now. If people have mentioned fiction, then I'll probably get you to mention it again when we talk about what fiction books people are reading, because David is reading a fiction book tonight. I think some of you will be quite pleased with the fiction book that David's reading. Right, okay, so Unintentional Minimalist says it's all drying out, Beth, damp but not disheartened. Oh, bless you. Okay, Alison is reading The Finest Hotel in Kabul, which is a book that I've read and is great, and is on the long list for the Women's Prize for Fiction. I sort of predicted that it might win the Women's Prize for non-fiction, before the long list had even been announced. So imagine if that happens. Imagine how smug I will be if that happens. Sarah says I've got one of each for the go. So my non-fiction is Disobedient Bodies for book club. I run a book club, which is always linked underneath any of my videos if anyone would like to go and join. And this month we are reading an Irish non-fiction book, and that book is Disobedient Bodies by Emma Dabry. So yeah, I wondered if a few of you would be reading that. So there we go. Lucy Murdoch's here. Hi, I'm reading Bookish by Lucy Mangan. Oh, I think I read that a couple of years ago. Lovely walk through Lucy's life through the books she read through her life so far. Lovely. Lara says I'm reading Eat Up by Ruby Tando. Read that a good few years ago, really loved it, and starting Disobedient Bodies by Emma Dabry. Sasha says I'm reading The Garden Against Time by Olivia Lang, really enjoying it, great. Bagavio says I'm reading 38 Lingerie Street by Philip Sand, about Pinochet and a German war criminal who may have fled to Chile. Also my first Katie Read Night too, welcome. It's already Saturday night my time. Oh wow, where are you? Australia somewhere, Australia or New Zealand. Pam says, I'm reading Monsters, What Do We Do with Great Art by Bad People by Claire Dederer. I read that a few years ago. I'm reading Storm Pegs by Jen Hadfield, says Carly. Becky says, I'm listening to Daughters of the Bamboo Grove, which I'm really enjoying. I'll start reading Indignity right now. I've got Daughters of the Bamboo Grove over there waiting. I wonder if that's where I might go next, actually, because my reading of the Women's Prize for Non-Fiction is sort of halted, so I need to get that back going again. And Indignity is at the library ready for me to collect. The Lush Puppy says, not reading it tonight, but I'm currently listening to Exist As I Am by Grace Spence Green from Women's Prize Longlist. I've read that, it's very good. Laura's replying to Lucy saying, I just bought a copy of this secondhand, it sounds so good. Layla said, I'm reading Artist Siblings Visionaries. So far, it's really good. I've got that over there as well. GLGJ says, I'm about halfway through to Exist As I Am. Such an interesting one, as I've always spent a lot more time with people with disabilities. A lot of time with people with disabilities, but not many people with acquired disabilities like the author. Emily says, I've got one of each. My non-fiction is Notes to Self by Emily Pine. Only 30 pages to go. I'm really enjoying it. Karen's listening to Hotel Exile. That's another Women's Prize for non-fiction long list. Oh, Pam loved Saltwater Mansions. Listen to the audiobook. Sky says, I'm reading Read Yourself Happy. Hoping to finish it tonight to get it back to the library tomorrow so I can take out fiction prize books. I have so many books out from the library right now. Linda says, my non-fiction read is Mother Mary Comes to Me, about halfway through and have been enjoying it but not feeling enthusiastic about picking it back up. Linda, I listened to the audiobook of it and I felt exactly the same. Every time I returned to it, I was a bit like, but I know it's very revered, so I know some people love it, but we can't all love the same things all the same time, can we? No. Rosina says, I'm reading The Trauma Cleaner. I listened to the audiobook of that a few years ago by Sarah Krasnowski and enjoyed it so far. It's my first non-fiction of the year. I need to improve. No, you're doing wonderfully. Well done. Rick Eccles said, I'm reading Broadsword Calling Danny Boy, which is a funny scene. Oh. Which has a funny scene analysis of the film Where Eagles Dare. You ever seen Where Eagles Dare, David?
No, but it's on my list.
It's on his list. It's on his list.
Mm-hmm.
Joe says, I've just finished Nation of Strangers on the Women's Prize for non-fiction, which is on the women's non-fiction long list. Thought it was great and would recommend. I'm going to start on Disobedience Bodies now. Jules says I'm on non-fiction, The Even Prisoners Bakers Club. Wow. Martha said Martha's mum Gillian, hi Gillian, is reading The Living Mountain by Nan Shepherd, and I'm reading Elizabeth in Her German Garden, which is a sort of memoir. Enjoying it after rereading The Secret Garden last month. Oh, lovely. Girl Friday says I'm reading The Bird Perspective by the Norwegian author Dag Hethson about the changes in nature and environment as the effect as it has on birds losing land areas. Amanda's reading one of the books that I'm going to read for the spring non-fiction reading challenge, which is The Story of Art Without Men by Katie Hessel. And I've just started listening to Katie's audio book as well of that. Katie's podcast. Bess is having serious food envy right now. Danielle says I'm going to start the new Laura Bates technology prompt, but only for the first hour. Is too depressing before bed. Yeah, I think so. Tara's saying buffet around Lawrence. The Lush Poppy says I've been waiting for the finest hotel in Kabul since December from my library. I'm now at number 14, nearly there. Well, I mean, I think it's going to win, so I think you're going to have plenty more time to get around to reading it. Jennifer says picking up 1,000 Threads by Nana Cherry. That was my favourite from the long list last year. The British Bookworm says just bought the finest hotel in Kabul. It sounds brilliant. But I've got to get this name right. But it's because things are all together as well. It really, I mean, I'm one to talk. I've got Lauren and the Books as a whole name. So we've got Bugavilla Books Kettlebells. Bugavilla Books Kettlebells. I'm clearly sleep deprived. I meant Saturday morning where I am in South Asia. Right, okay. Sophie says I'm reading Dominion from the Women's Prize. Very, very good so far. Next is The Benefactors for me. We'll get on to fiction books a bit later, Sophie. Lucy says my non-fiction is Twilight Cities, Lost Capitals of the Mediterranean. Really interesting and I love the pictures in it. Beth and Davey says I'm reading The Housemaid is Watching by Frida McFadden. Again, get on to fiction books a bit later on. Been on a busy, chatty work trip, so nice to decompress and get cosy. Yeah, I agree. Beth said I've been looking forward to Mother Mary. Maybe I'll put down the list a bit. And Lilac and Quail says my only non-fiction on the go is Entitled by Andrew Lowney. Right, okay. Now, I can't ignore this pizza that's in front of me any longer. David, shall I keep it on me for a little bit longer? Because I know you don't love eating and being on the camera.
No.
You might be able to hear David chomping away in the background there. But it is now...
And I'm not even reading at the minute.
Oh,
so.
he's just eating. You don't really eat and read, do you?
No, I can't.
I'm
having a lovely time eating.
Yeah, is that dip nice?
Yeah.
Have you had a jalapeno yet?
Yeah.
Was it spicy?
It was spicy, but like my level.
Lovely stuff. Right. Okay, shall we get going then with the first stint? Pam said I don't like eating and reading either. God, I love eating and reading. Right, okay, let's get going with the first stint. So it is just gone 7:15. So shall we go until 7:35, and that will give us just over 15 minutes, and then hopefully David will be finished eating, and you might have started by then. Or...
Well, I'm going to have a shower after this.
He's going to have a shower after this. There will be no reading for David.
Probably not the first hour. I need to put the washing out.
He's a busy boy. He's a busy boy. Right, okay. Well, let's definitely go then until 25:2. Okay, here we go. Oh, the pizza's nice, isn't it?
Pizza's lovely.
I'm going to put thingy on in the background. Classic FM. Guys, I'm going to put Classic FM on in the background, but it will be on very low. But I know there is a bit of a buzzing noise, and sometimes I feel like if you've got background noise, it makes it go away a bit. Alexa, play Classic FM. And apologies to all your Alexas that are now playing Classic FM. Alexa, volume down. This is from Emily. Is everything nice?
I almost don't want you to eat it. Have a lovely time.
pizza stone?
No, just in a tray. Fit in there perfectly.
It's really good dough.
Oh, Homer Simpson, it's I'm having a lovely time.
Why is it Homer Simpson?
I'm just like going into so many different things. And just enjoying it all.
Oh my god. I forgot she was up there. He's having a few picky bits.
Right.
those mozzarella balls?
They're pretty tasteless, aren't they?
No.
But I suppose when there's so many other strong flavours.
Delicious strong flavours. I haven't had a pickle yet.
I mainly like the little bit of pesto gunk you get with it. Makes it more exciting.
I don't know. I'm going to have one more. No.
Yeah.
I thought it tasted a bit like, this sounds rank, wet dog.
Oh, yummy. Tell me more.
No, that one was much better. Sometimes I think if it's too, I don't know though, when I swallowed it, it's a bit rank. If they're too cold, they don't taste anything. I don't know. This is yummy though, isn't it? Have you had the cheese in this?
Hmm?
I think you'll like the cheese in that.
I've had loads of them.
Oh dear. That's perfect timing. It's just gone 25 to. But I've now finished Out of the Darkness, Green and Voices. Would very highly recommend this. I can't believe that this was happening in my lifetime, for like 14 years of my lifetime, and I knew nothing about this. It's about a group of women that marched from Cardiff to Newbury, to protest about US missiles on UK soil, and they set up like lives and they camp at this compound and protest for years and years and years and years, like non-violent defensive action.
Why didn't we know about that in school?
Exactly, David. Or even like not even at school. Like this wasn't history. This was actually happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. So very much enjoyed that. Well done, everybody.
All right, stop for a bit.
David's going to have to stop for a bit. Could you just hear us sort of inhaling our food?
I'm really sorry. I literally haven't stopped.
I'm so glad I read that. There we go. So let us know, let us know what you've been eating. And if you've got takeaway or if you've got like Chinese or something, a few people got Chinese, tell us specifics that you've got from those takeaways. Because I would particularly be interested in hearing what people get from a Chinese takeaway if they're vegetarian.
Did you go into detail about what we've had?
No, but I can show you actually. So let me show you.
Well, the
Hold on, I'm going
What's
to
left?
take you off, and then I'll show you. Yeah, what's left? So we had a pizza between us. That pizza was lovely. It was from like a sort of posher Marks and Spencer's range. It was £6.50 for one pizza, but I mean,
worth it though.
yeah, because last time when we got takeaway pizza, what are the pizzas then? Like 16 quid each.
Yeah, we spent like 30 quid.
Yeah, so good. And then we've got, there's David. We've got olives. We've got the dip from Marks and Spencer's, which is a Mexican dip, which has like guacamole, salsa, sour cream, jalapenos and cheese on top.
So nice.
We've got these olives, which are the best olives. They're the Turkish grilled olives. They're so good, aren't they? This is the ploughman's pot, which has got cheese, tomato, little bits of cucumber and pickle, gherkin, and pickled onion in it. Then these, which I think taste like wet dog, mozzarella balls. And then David's done this, which we've sort of destroyed, really. And these.
Do you know what?
Crips.
I'm calling it now. I won't bother with pepper again on a...
Oh, pepper's my favourite out of all of it, I think. Oh, yeah, there's not...
Don't look like it.
No, that's true. That's true.
I'm not doing a pepper again.
So, yeah, so that's what we had. But I think, yeah, so if you are a vegetarian person eating Chinese, then tell me what you have, because I eat fish now, so I have prawns and stuff in a Chinese. But I always really struggle with what to get as a vegetarian Chinese, because I feel like, yeah, there's just not much there for me. Right, let's see what people have got. Here we go. Run Right Reed says, hello from NYC. Hello, about to start This Is Not About Us by Allegra Goodman. Martha says, we're still eating our Chinese and finding it funny. We're just watching you read. That is funny. Olivia says, I'm sat and stuck in my beanbag with On the Calculation of Volume 1. One of the best books I read last year, and I've enjoyed the next two this year. Hot chocolate hobnobs are beside me. Lovely.
Oh, hot chocolate hobnobs?
No, just chocolate.
Hot chocolate and hobnobs.
Yeah. And Gail was laughing because she was doing the same, eating Chinese and watching us read. Jenny says, I was inspired from last time and ordered myself a takeaway. Jenny, tell us your takeaway. Rick says, had pizza for tea, and Lindsay has now made cookies. Yummy.
Oh, nice.
Pam says, I'm not vegetarian, but I don't eat much meat. I always get plain chow mein, curry sauce, and some vegetable spring rolls. Yeah, I do like spring rolls. We normally have mushroom chow mein. But yeah, sometimes I find the mushrooms.
I prefer plain chow. I think plain chow meins are nice if I have to have them,
you?
because Chinese is my least favourite takeaway.
True, it is. Becky says sesame tofu is my favourite. I bloody wish my takeaway. They did tofu.
Yeah.
Because we love tofu. Jenny says, I've got a Zzz's. Oh my God, Jenny, you must live somewhere with good takeaways, because we do not live near that.
We don't have any fun
spaghetti,
just
pomodoro, and mac and cheese bites, and they randomly threw in some donuts. How nice! I did realise. Did we get anything sweet for tonight?
I mean, I've got something sweet, but you ain't gonna like them.
What?
There's a couple of those hot cross buns left.
Oh no, I ain't gonna like them. Daniel said, I had a pizza with a chaser of cream egg. Lovely. There's another one in the kitchen that is staring at me. Oh God, I hate it when that happens, when you've got just no. And I literally can't think of anything else other than that.
Until it's gone.
Yeah. Ruby says, we've got a Morrison's ready meal curry kit. Not the most exciting thing in the world, but I'm so excited for onion bhajis and naan bread. It's nearly ready. Oh, lovely. I said, God, we never do that anymore. But when I was younger, like going to a sleepover, that was like often what you went. And you went to Asda and you got your curries. And everyone got like a curry and a rice, and then you put it on. Yeah, that was a lovely thing. Carly said, I had some leftover dinner, lentil bolognese type thing, cheese and green pesto on top. Yummy.
Always better the next day.
The British Bookworm says, I got a takeaway pizza. It was so disappointing. Should have got M&S bits instead. Oh, no. Carly's got cake for later. Martha says, we're vegetarian and got salt and chilli tofu. Yeah. Again, they don't have tofu here. Vegetable satay. David doesn't like satay, though, do you?
No.
Mini spring rolls, noodles, rice, and we like steaming broccoli to have with the satay too. That's a good idea. We've done that a few times when people have had kebabs. I've done my own halloumi at home, or if we've got like, what's that called, like meze,
Yeah.
because you pay like £9 for a box of halloumi,
Yeah.
which is less than you get in
Insane.
a packet. So yeah, Danielle says, I just did an out loud ooh at the Turkish grilled olives, immediately adding to the shopping list. So David didn't like olives until he tried these olives, and now
I like olives.
he likes all. Well, no, I think you do
not
like all.
all. I don't
You
like-
wouldn't be gobbling them like you do though. Gobbling.
Goblin.
Goblin. You wouldn't be gobbling them like that though, would you?
No.
Goblin.
They're the only
But
ones
those are- but
I'd be gobbling.
If they're the only ones he'd be gobbling. But I put ones in food now, and you eat them.
Yeah. I don't like the black olives.
Oh, black olives are
and
my
I don't
fave.
like pitted olives.
No, but they are
Because the
tasty.
rigmarole is just not worth it.
Marigmarole. Pam says, I've got some M&S Belgium truffles to open later, some Lidl knockoff Percy Pigs and some Iron Brew. I had some knockoff Percy Pigs from somewhere at my friend's house in the week. They were tiger or lions, and they were delicious.
Well,
Nicer
they'd be
than
like
Percy
Aldi
Pigs.
or Lidl.
Yeah, but I can't remember where from, but they were lions. They were lovely. Slice of Sunny Reed says, I'm on pudding. Oh, this sounds amazing. I've got M&S Easter treats, orange flavour milk chocolate eggs loaded with popping candy.
Nice.
I love eggs. I love orange flavour. I love popping candy. Jenny says, not started the snacks yet, but we have grapes, fruit and nut chocolate and a range of crisps. Husband is doing, is joining the
Not
company, but doing
started the
Sudoku
snacks yet. That
during
is-
the reading times. I know,
That's
but
impressive.
people are also in different time zones though.
Just how are people? Why can I not be so? What's the word?
Reserved, restrained.
Restrained.
Because we're just not restrained people, David. We're all in people.
Yeah. So
Tracy
full up.
says, I have Maltesers and some sparkling water, reading Beartown. Joseph's just back from watching Mother's Pride. David's desperate to see Mother's Pride. We'll have a little session about talking about films towards the end, because we went to see Peaky Blinders today and it would be cool to talk about it. And I also want
Yeah.
to hear from Joe about Mother's Pride.
Yeah.
But Joe says, would recommend the film.
Excellent.
Chris says, I just made some tea and I'm finishing up an arc I need to review. Lovely. Nikki says, I got 2 light, rich tea biscuits. Sad times, currently healthy eating. Losing weight for an operation. This is killing me. I want a cream egg. Oh, babes. Layla said, waiting for my sister to come to my place for some tea and a sweet treat. Having a fab while I wait. Oh, a fab. Is it warm where you are, Layla? I wouldn't entertain a fab this side of May.
I would.
Yeah.
Well,
Amy
not fab
says,
though.
oh God, these will sound incredibly incredible. I'm drooling. Definitely getting a Chinese takeaway next time. Rosina says, I'm vegan and live in Folkestone. A lot of the Chinese takeaways here do so many meat alternatives. I have the vegan chicken balls, but they do vegan duck and shrimp too. Loads of tofu.
Ooh. Ooh, vegan duck. Don't know how I'd feel.
That's quite popular. We have had it because Stella McCartney used to do a vegan duck kit, which we've had a few times.
Have we?
Yeah, and especially during lockdown, I used to get it a
No.
lot. I did. And also, do you remember that vegan chicken bucket we used to get
That
from?
was delicious.
The Linda McCartney
That was a
chicken
fiver.
bucket.
That was a bargain.
We used to love that.
There
We
was
used
like 12 bits
Yeah.
of like chicken in there.
yeah,
That
it was
great.
really good. It
And
was,
they were like proper KFC tasting. That was
it was
nice.
really, really nice.
Yeah, I
What's that
enjoyed
noise?
that.
Is that naughty
Yes,
cat?
Definitely. On the box.
Martha says Kalamata olives, David, are amazing. I didn't like olives until a couple of years ago.
What's Kalamata olives?
They're black olives.
Oh, okay. I mean, I will always
He'll eat
happily
them
try
in
an
stuff,
olive
Yeah, he's a good boy now.
because I might not like them, but I won't be like.
Pam says the knockoff Percy's are called Henry Hippos. I actually prefer them now. Sophie has sweet and sour tofu. We love sweet and sour tofu.
We
Yeah.
had sweet and sour tofu.
We had
last
sweet and
night.
sour tofu for dinner last night, and I did a few little amendments, didn't I? And I made it. I really wanted it to be more takeaway like, and I think I achieved it. Why, you don't think it
I
was?
just think it's very cute that that's what you was aiming for.
I really, really thought I did a good
It was
job.
delicious.
It was
So I
one of the
told
best
you, I
ones
said it
I've
was one of the
made.
best ones you've ever made.
Yeah, I was very pleased with it, but yeah, we love sweet and sour tofu. Got a mini egg nest cake for later, though I had to remortgage to buy it.
Oh. those cakes
Shell
are
says,
well
hi Lauren
nice.
and David, just got in and about to cook chickpea and red pepper curry. Mwah! So looking forward to tonight. Beth said, it's late here and I've not had dinner. I'm going to make a cheese sandwich. Lovely. Oh, Layla lives in London, but when you fancy a fab, you fancy a fab.
Absolutely, never be restricted.
Oh, Rosina has said the Linda McCartney chicken boxes were amazing. Do they not do them anymore?
No, I haven't seen them in. The only place I think I ever saw them was in Tesco.
Yeah, I only ever saw them in Tesco.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it was so good, wasn't it?
Anywhere.
Linda McCartney chicken box. It wouldn't be a fiver now, because I remember at the time thinking we are getting an absolute steal for a fiver. Because that wasn't even on offer. I think I might have had it on offer and it was like $3.50 once or something. And Martha says, I don't like black olives, but Kalamata ones are sort of reddish and much nicer. Can you still get the Linda McCartney chicken box, David? Tell us.
It doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it still exists.
No.
I think the Linda McCartney vegetarian range, like, not all of it is very good, but the bits that are good are tens.
Yeah.
So, like, the mozzarella burgers are incredible. The chicken box was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the mozzarella burgers are just some of them
untouchable.
Like they are the best meat or non-meat frozen burgers you'll ever have. They are gorgeous.
Amanda says, hello everyone. Right, okay, so we're creeping up to 10 to 8. Do you, David, want to go and
do my chores,
do your bits, get changed,
have a shower,
leave these bits here though?
Well, I was going to say, did you want me to take them away?
No, I want more chips and dips.
You want more chips and dips?
You can take these bits away and we'll have those for
put them.
tomorrow.
Yeah, but you want the dip out?
The
or
dip's
do you just
not
want to
gonna
take a scoop of dip and use that?
I don't know if the dip will keep very well. It was already reduced, wasn't it?
Yeah, you go mad on it, but...
I mean, I don't... Okay.
That's right, so I'm just going to... You can put that...
No.
You can put it back in there.
There we go. Right, okay. Danielle says my sister lives in Crete and has an olive field, so we have them when we visit. And oh my goodness, next level. Yeah, I bet. Right, okay. David.
Do you want to take the plate?
No, I'm going to have the plate for
Alright.
dipping, because I'm not one. I'll get it.
I don't know why I bought so many little sticks out.
I'm so excited to start Saltwater Mansions. Right, okay, we've had a lovely chat about what food we're eating. Thank you for your recommendations about Chinese.
How many of these I bought out? That's silly, isn't it?
Sadly, we're not in a position to have tofu stuff from
our Chinese.
In fact, I think I was shocked when I saw that they were selling tofu in our Tesco's. That's how. I think I might be like one of the only people on the island that buys tofu.
Keeping them in business.
Yeah, I'm keeping them in business. So yes, but we will bear that in mind going forward. I'll say that we'll look and see what else we can do, and maybe we could do our own tofu at home, or like marinate some tofu.
I mean, you can do what you want. I'll have a chicken.
Yeah, David will just have the chicken. Right, okay.
Do whatever you want.
It's just before 10 to 8. Let's go until 10 past 8. So this will be 20 minutes again. I'm starting Saltwater Mansions. I'm so blooming excited about it. I'm going to use this, which I actually got from when I went to the Literary Festival. What's going on over there?
I'm going to slide this back in.
And yes. Also, when I saw David Whitehouse chatting, he was in this very same green jumper that he's wearing at the back here, and it suited him so much. The colour was lovely on him. Okay, let's
Colour's
go.
lovely on you, David.
Colour's lovely on you, David Whitehouse. As I walked along Margate Promenade, the beach was full from berm to shore.
Margate?
Yeah, it's at Margate. About a woman. It's a true story, David, about a woman who went missing from Margate. Anyway, shush. David just burping in the kitchen. That's a bit spicy. I think it might be time for me to stop eating. I'm done, David. Yeah. I'm just getting to the point of no return.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling like. I'll take it away.
Thank you.
Well done, mate. Good job. I'll come back and get them in a minute. Did an absolute number on that dip, didn't we?
It was nice.
Yeah. Did you try any of the jalapenos?
Yes, I had two. I just had a really spicy one.
Yeah.
Don't throw it away. David, could I just have a glass of water before you get in the shower, please? Thank you. Enjoy your They were just talking about the Peaky Blinders film on the radio, which is why I froze. You in that shower, David? Scrolling, probably. It's 8:10, my friends. I've read 20 pages of my book. I'm finished my other book, so I'm feeling quite pleased with myself. How is everybody else getting on? Have they read much? Have you finished snacking? I've got a sore bum hole, so that's why I'm wincing. Let's have a little look. So Jenny Guinevere says, okay, now I finished eating and can start reading. Currently reading Ordinary Saints by Neve Vrelone. Thank you, Jenny has put it. And I am obsessed. Now, Jenny's also said the author pronounced the name like that, like Nivrelone. If anyone was wondering, I'm really working hard on pronouncing authors' names better. Yeah, well done you, Jenny. It's ongoing, isn't it? But I do feel like if I'm choosing to make videos on the internet about books, then the very least I can do is look up the pronunciation of people's names. So very much appreciate you sticking that in there. Well done. Jennifer Mead has said to Rosina Amy, I live in Folkestone too. Lovely. We were only talking about what a lovely time we had in Folkestone last year. We spent a night there. There's a very, very nice restaurant in Folkestone, if you're ever down this way and you like seafood, called Rock Salt, which does incredible seafood that is very local. And we went there many years ago, because I was a vegetarian for 8 years and then only started eating fish again last year, maybe. And for David's birthday, he has been enjoying eating fish a lot more. So we went there and had a fish supper. And they've also got some rooms that they have that are in a building quite close to where their restaurant is. And we stayed in one of their little boat hole rooms. And it's so nice. And you get a view of the harbour. And we just had it was October, and we had the big doors open for ages while we were just laying in bed watching telly. and it was just so nice. We always worry about having windows and doors open here in case Dappy flops out. Minnie was a bit more sensible, so we were able to have windows and doors open when Minnie was alive. But we don't think Daphne would be able to do it. But yeah, we had an absolutely gorgeous time, and we went to like lots of little coffee shops and went to Bounce, which is a really good second-hand clothing store, and yeah, had a walk around the harbour, and yeah, just had a wonderful, wonderful time. Would highly, highly recommend. So Catherine Whitfield has said, I fancy reading Ordinary Saints next. Currently reading the Sarah Perry book, which is good but sad. That's on the non-fiction list, isn't it? And reading Paper Heart by Cecilia Ahern for my Irish read. Lovely stuff. As I said, when David's here, we'll talk deeply about the non-fiction, about the fiction books you're reading. Pam says, just opened a Waterstones parcel from today, The Last Witch on the Knock by Amy MacDonald. So looking forward to this one. Not heard of that one. Oh, Karen's reading Agent Zoe. How is it, Karen? Because it was long-listed for, I think it might even have been shortlisted for the non-fiction prize last year. And I always meant to get round to it. And I think I might even have put it on my Christmas list and thought, oh, maybe I'll get round to it. I didn't get it at the time because it was so close to coming out in paperback. I was like, oh, I'm going to buy it in paperback. And then I just never got round to it. But it still intrigues me now. So, yeah, let me know how Agent Zoe is, please, Karen, if you wouldn't mind. Pam says, I've read 2 chapters of Monsters. Lovely. Amy says, it did freak me when I looked up and saw you were looking at the screen. Amanda says, gone for a Cadbury Star Bar. Oh, I love a Star Bar. As my sweet treat. Often overlooked, but a classic. Absolutely love a Stare Bear, we sometimes call them. But yeah, very, very nice. I feel like it's like a nicer boost sometimes, like peanutty boost. Lucy said, I couldn't hold my book and eat, so I switched from my Kindle and to Young, Gifted and Black from the Women's Prize. Lovely. I've read that one. Enjoyed it. Sarah says, hello, I joined late, but I'm reading Indignity from the Women's Prize for non-fiction long list. Brilliant. And Eating Mini Eggs. Oh, lovely. Oh, Lilac and Quail says, just finished my rosemary and olive oil crackers and following them with some yummy macarons. Very middle class there. That all sounds lovely. H. Conradi says, shout out to my wife Jo, who has commandeered the TV downstairs to read. Lovely. Lush Puppy says, I have 60 pages of the Safe Keep left. Loving it. Danielle says, I'm eating the second cream egg. Eat it. It was taking up too much brain space. Eat it. Eat it, eat it, eat it. Oh, so Pam has said, I loved Agent Zoe. Such an important story about a brave woman and her comrades. And Charlie Brooke just interviewed Claire Mully on her podcast called It's a Charlie Thing with Charlie Heathcote. Lovely stuff. And Ali says, how are you doing with the non-fiction and fiction list? Well, let's talk about, yeah, let's do that. And then I can hear David in the shower now. So non-fiction, Women's Prize. I mean, you think these would be in my actual brain. Women's Prize 2026. Let's have a look at the non-fiction list. It's come to a bit of a halt, but we will get back to it. We will get back to it. Here we go. I like to have the list all there ready for me. Right, okay, so here we go. Here's the update. I've got Daughters of the Bamboo Grove out from the library. It's over there now. The Finest Hotel in Kabul, I've read. Don't Let It Break You, Honey, I've got on my Kindle. Art Cure, The Science of How the Arts Transform Our Health. I am so excited about this one. I'm number 1, I think, at the library on this one. But yeah, I'm very, very excited about this. With the law on our side, how the law works for everyone and how we can make it work better. I've got that over there. I've read To Be Young, Gifted and Black, which I really enjoyed. Artists, Siblings and Visionaries, I've got from the library at the moment. Ask Me How It Works, I've read. Loving an Open Marriage. Death of an Ordinary Man by Sarah Perry. I put a later reservation on that because I wanted the paperback copy of that, so that I'm on the reservation list for that. The Genius of Trees I've got over there. Hotel Exile I've got a reservation on. Mother Mary Comes to Me by Arundhati Roy, I've read that, I didn't love it. Finding Albion, I've got a reservation on that. To Exist As I Am, A Doctor's Note on Recovery and Radical Acceptance, I've read. Nation of Strangers, I've got a reservation on that. And Indignity, A Life Reimagined, I've got a reservation on that. But that is low down my list of priorities, I think. So I've read 5, which is pretty good. And I've got 3 over there now. So yeah, pretty good. And then the long list for the Women's Prize for Fiction, I've not read any of them. But I've bought Gloria Don't Speak. I bought that directly from the publisher because it's an indie publisher. Paradiso 17, I've put a reservation on. Moderation, I've got over here. Got that from the library. That's probably going to be the second one I go to. Flashlight, I put a reservation on. Dominion, I had a reservation on it, but the publisher kindly got in touch with me and said, "Oh, we'd love to send you a copy." So I'll be getting a copy of that from the publisher. The Benefactors, I'm probably going to start maybe this weekend. The Correspondent, I'm number like 60 in the list for it at the library. I don't know if I'll end up buying it, to be honest, because it's a epistolary novel and I want to read the letters on the page, I think, rather than hear the audio, but I have heard wonderful things about the audio. The Mercy Step wasn't at my library. I need to do something about that. That's from an indie press as well. The Others wasn't at my library. It's from an indie press. I need to do something about that. Kingfisher, I think, also wasn't at the library. There was 4. That would make 4. Heart the Lover, I've got a reservation on. Audition, I've got out from the library at the moment. A Guardian and a Thief, I've got a reservation on. Wild Dark Shore, I'm really excited about, got a reservation on. The Best of Everything, I've started listening to the audiobook, but I've only listened to 10 minutes, but it's brilliant so far. And A Beast Links Towards Beijing, I've got a reservation on at the library, but I don't feel that excited about it. So that is my update, if you'll take it. Okay, we've got a few people talking about Agent Zoe, so I'm excited about that. So Chris has said, I also really liked Agent Zoe. The non-fiction judges tend to do a better job of picking the books. Unintentional Minimalist says, I've been sketching and listening to Artist, Siblings and Visionary as recommended by one of your other lovely viewers. Lovely. Martha says, just remembered I have very middle class macaron waiting for me in the fridge. It's black sesame salted caramel. Oh my God, that sounds lovely. Lucy said, I found Agent Zoe really interesting but hard-hitting at times. Definitely a book to read and absorb slowly. I loved it. And Karen, who's currently reading Agent Zoe, said, hi Lauren, oh my God, what a book. Zoe is such a fantastic woman. So brave. Only started it last night and don't want to put it down. Oh my God, isn't that so exciting when that happens? Amy says, The Mare is an interesting read. Jenny says, snacks are starting in our house. Karen Katz, another Karen who's read Agent Zoe, says, I read Agent Zoe last year. I learnt a lot and enjoyed it. I visited Orderly End House, where they trained and found the memorial that they have there. Oh, great. And Lush Puppy says, loved the Daughters of the Bamboo Grove. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've got that out from the library at the moment. But I am also tempted with the audio of that. So, yeah, in order to get through, I think, all of these, because, I mean, when is the long lists announced? They had, like, all the special dates at the bottom. I'm going back home, as in to the home page. So, where was it? It had, like, the dates. No, where's that then? Oh, here we go. Oh shit, it's just disappeared. So, oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I thought they were both announced on the same time. So, annoyingly, it keeps flipping back. The Women's Prize. So the non-fiction shortlist is announced on the 25th of March. Oh God, that is really soon. And then the fiction shortlist is announced on the 22nd of April. And then the 11th of June, both winners are announced. So yeah, so there's not long for the non-fiction. And then I think at that point, I will just prioritise the shortlist. Yeah, but I'll do like a predictions video and get you guys involved as well. Booksflowers, hi, says, hello everyone. I'm late, but I'm reading We Will Be Jaguars by Namonte Nenquimo, and it's so good. Hope everyone's having a lovely night. We are having a lovely night so far. So Danielle said, Arcure is fascinating and just makes you think why we don't apply the findings of it more. I'm very excited. There was also, I need to look more into it. I didn't get to see her, Daisy, at the Faversham Literary Festival because I wasn't aware of the book, and then when I was aware of the book because it had been shortlisted, longlisted, it was sold out, so sadly I didn't get to see that. But there is an event going on, I think, at Canterbury University, which I might try and get in on. Chris says, I've read one of the longlisted books, novels, loathed it, quirky just to be quirky. Oh, Chris, do you care to share who that is? What book that was? I'm interested. Sarah says, I've started Heart the Lover from Fiction List. It's great so far. The Correspondent was a 5-star read for me. Oh, good. I'm lacking in 5-star reads this year, so I'm looking for them. The Lush Poppy says, I'm still processing Audition. I don't know if I loved it or hated it. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. When we were discussing the list, a few people said that. Pam says, The Correspondent is $4.99 on Kindle at the moment. Yeah, maybe I'll go there with it. Although David's currently using my Kindle at the moment. Lucy says, I started Wild Dark Shore today and I'm very curious about what's going on in it. I enjoyed Charlotte McConaughey's other book that she did about rewilding wolves. Here he is, my handsome boy.
Hi.
Rewilding wolves into the Scottish Highlands. I think about that a lot, and my friend read it as well, and we've had some deep discussions about it. The Best of Everything has different titles in other countries. It's called Sweet Peas for reader in those countries. Interesting. Oh, Kent libraries now have Mercy Step and Kingfisher. Thank you, Kate. What a service. I'll put reservations on those. Joe says, I'm finding it much easier to get ebook copies of the long list from the library. The paper ones seem to have crazy queues from the moment they're added to the database. AWC says, only just joined, just finished When the Dust Settles by Lucy Easthope and about to start Lyra's Oxford. Becky Doherty says the audiobook of The Daughters of the Bamboo Grove is very good. And Lucy says, I'm so glad they split up the shortnet list announcement for the Women Prize this year instead of having the non-fiction and fiction both at the end of March. Becky hated the audition, really annoyed me. Right, okay, David is now here. He's going to come in on the picture. I need to go further to get us both in. Yay! There he is, my little cutie boy.
As far apart as we could possibly be.
But we can still hold hands.
Yes.
Like Jude and Leon on Gogglebox. Now, do you want to tell everybody what you are reading at the moment?
Yeah, I do need to remind myself of the actual name of the book, because I do forget. Because obviously I'm not looking at the title of the book every day. Dungeon Crawler Carl.
By?
Book 1. Oh, I don't know, it doesn't say
his
by.
surname is Dinnerman.
Oh, I like dinner, man.
Dinnerman. And this is a recommendation from you guys. So
Yeah.
we think we couldn't remember when it was, but somebody was reading Dungeon Crawler Carl, and it might have been on the last Cosy Reading Night we were happening, or it might have been on the Christmas Book Club. We couldn't work out when it was, but somebody was reading Dungeon Crawler Carl, and then a few people were like, "Stop reading those, David, from all the way over there. You just concentrate." And a few people had said, "Oh my God, David will love Dungeon Crawler Carl. David should read Dungeon Crawler Carl." And guess what he's doing?
He's reading Dungeon Crawler Carl.
And how many percentages are you through?
I am 32% in.
And how much are you enjoying it?
I am maybe a 7.
Oh wow! Okay.
Maybe a 6. But it's getting there. But it's early doors. So what? So because Lauren asked me very nicely all the time, like, am I enjoying it or not? Because I think you just want to make sure that I'm enjoying it. But
Lauren asked me very nicely all the time.
yeah. And because obviously, if I don't enjoy it, then I tend to not read.
Yes.
And so how I'm taking this is that it started off fine, but how I'm picturing it is as it reads, almost a bit like a video game, in that kind of learning the world, learning how it works, learning the dynamics, learning about the characters. I suppose is how all books are kind of read.
Yeah.
But obviously I know this kind of goes on, and it sounds like there's a lot of options and ideas and things that could happen with all of this, like all the things that they learn and all the achievements he gets.
It's
in
a
the
game, isn't it? So there's a lot of sort of creative license that can be
exactly.
used.
So it's just like it's sometimes when I think about this, like when I play a video game, like I'm playing a game called No Man's Sky, and there's infinite possibilities. Sometimes it's a bit overwhelming, and sometimes it'll be like, whoa. And sometimes the idea of this is like, oh my God, like he's getting achievements, and he's getting weapons, and he's getting inventory, and I'm like, there's a lot here that he's just stacking up, and I'm like, he's probably going to recall to this at some point later on, and I'm like, I ain't going to remember that bit, but
yeah, but it might be remembered to you in a way that will make it work.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm enjoying when he achieves something, the notification comes up, and it's normally quite a funny description about how he did it. Well, I mean, he's actually just him and Princess Donut, the cat, has just accidentally killed a bunch of goblin babies.
Oh dear, like you were gobbling all those.
Yeah, like I was gobbling all of those. Bits.
Accidentally killed a bunch of goblin babies. That is funny, but also.
And I'm reading it on the Kindle, which I'm very much enjoying.
Oh yes, that's what I said. I said David's reading on the Kindle at the moment, and he is very much enjoying that. So yeah, very good. Okay, so David is reading a fiction book, and now is the time for you to share with us what fiction books you are reading. So if you're reading a fiction book, please kindly share what you are reading. And if you already shared it earlier when we were talking about non-fiction, share it again. So we're just going to talk about the fiction books that people are reading. And let's have a little look. Ali Parry says, has anyone listened to The Art Cure? I can't decide whether to physically read it or listen to this one. I'm also interested in the answer to that. Although it's got sort of inserts and pictures and stuff that I'll be interested in looking at. Oh, so Pam said it was last Cosy Reader Night that somebody was reading
Dungeon
Crawler Carl.
Dungeon Crawler
So
Carl.
Sarah did start listening to it, but found it a bit repetitive. It might be better in physical form. Okay, so Danielle says, with David saying about not remembering the title as not seeing a cover each day, I could always tell on reading spars if people read on Kindles due to this. So Danielle works in the bookshop in Bath, Mr. B's, where they do book spars, where they get somebody in and they talk about what they've read and what they like, and then the booksellers will go and find the books, and they have tea and cake and stuff like that. It's something I've always wanted to do, and I think maybe in my 40th year I might treat myself to it. But yeah, I may well do that. But yeah, and then when people are reading on Kindles, of course, because you're not looking at that front cover all the time. So that's very.
So I do forget.
And also, I think Dungeon Crawler Carl is a hard like title to get your head around.
And like sometimes I forget his name because nobody's saying his name, and because I'm not looking at the name of the book.
Okay, it was Bess that was reading Dungeon Crawler Carl last time and just picked it back up, hoping to finish it tonight. Joe says, I've heard such good things about Dungeon Crawler Carl. I've lost. And then Emma says, I'm reading A Guardian and a Thief by Mega Majumba, which will be the second from the fiction list. Enjoyed it so far. Oh, Emma, what have you read first from the fiction list? Jenny says tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. I loved that. David didn't.
I want to revisit that now.
You want to give it another go, don't you?
Especially now it's in paperback.
Well, Laura's got it in paperback if you want to borrow it from her.
Yeah, I do.
Well, you will need to ask her. Kate says, happy Cosy reading night, everyone. Just started audition by Katie Kitamura, attempting to read the Women's Prize longlist for fiction this year. Does anyone have favourites from the list? No, we've literally just been going through it, Kate, so hopefully a few more will come up here. Rosina says, David reading Dungeon Crawler Carl is so exciting. I've just finished the fourth one. I hope he gets into them more. Princess Donut is hilarious.
Yeah, Princess Donut is very cute.
Loz said, reading The Barbecue at number 9 by Jenny Godfrey. Really enjoying so far. I might buy that for my mum. Is that in paperback out yet? Because I might buy that for my mum for Mother's Day. The front cover looks really great. Pam says, I have Wild Dark Shore ready to start, but I'm tempted to start to save starting it for tomorrow. Lush Puppy's reading The Safekeep. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoying it. I enjoyed that last year. Beth said, I'm reading Ghost Mountain for the Irish Readathon. Oh, Heather and Shirley McNeil are reading Shy Creatures and loving it. Thank you, Lauren. That was the first book I read last year, and it was a 5-star. And I think that's why I'm holding sort of like none of my reading has been good enough this year, because that was the first book I read last year and I loved it. In fact, I read it twice last year. I loved it so much. So Lucy says, I found Dungeon Crawler Carl so fun, but yeah, I did not keep up with what was in Carl's inventory.
No.
Unintentional Minimalist says, I'm going to finish Ordinary Saints by Neve Nivelone and hopefully start Family Lexicon by Natalia Ginsberg. Lindsay said, I'm 40 pages into Wild Dark Shore. My husband bought it for me for World Book Day. Oh, lovely. Oh, David, why aren't we buying each other presents for World Book Day? Shall I add that onto the rota for next year?
No. Well, you'd have to knock one out to swap it in.
No, nothing's being knocked out. Carly says... I've lost Carly. What Carly said? Carly says, I've been sucked in by all the hype and reading Wuthering Heights. Oh, lovely stuff. Lilac and Quail says, I'm in a classics mood and making my way through The Enchanted April for the first time. Sky Smith says, sticking with reading non-fiction tonight, but I'm reading a fiction alongside, and I've started the first book in ACOTAR, which I think stands for A Court of Thorns and Roses. I don't like fantasy, but I'm curious about the series. Oh, Ruby's saying, I'm rereading My Cousin Rachel. Mwah! I've always said it's my favourite Daphne du Maurier, so seeing if it lives up to the hype from memory. There's so much I've forgotten.
You said about ACOTAR. Is there something coming out in October this year that's to do with that?
I think it's a series of books.
I was on Threads last night and somebody said about I was going to release a book, but the next series in ACOTAR, it might have been that, it's coming out in October, and I was meant to have a look at what that actually could have meant, but I forgot.
I think A Court of Thorns and Roses is what it is, yeah. Becky's reading The Ark of the New Douglas Stewart, which is called John of John. Very, very good. British Bookworms has started The Benefactors, but find it a bit hard to get into. Oh, that's a shame. That's the one I was going to go to first. Lenib says, I've just started I Know This Much Is True by Wally Lamb. Massive book and some outdated language, but I'm loving it so far. Jenny says, oh my God, I love Mr. Bees. I had a reading spa with my mum. What an amazing job. Sandy says, I'm about to finish Maybe Feed the King by Rebecca Perry. I love to have Maybe Feed the King by Rebecca Perry. That might be my best book I've read this year. Slice of Sunny Reed said, finally decided to pick up Hamlet. I'm only 6 years behind on the Women's Prize winners. I read Hamlet when it first came out, but somebody dropped off a paperback copy in my local community library, and I picked it up because I want to revisit it. It's a film front cover as well, imagine. Vicky says, I'm reading The Woods in Winter by Stella Gibbons. I had that on my TBR for winter, but I just don't think I'm going to get around to it in time. Sue says, my fiction readers Don't Let Him In by Lisa Jewell. My non-fiction readers We Will Be Jaguars. Gow in West Sussex said, reading Adrift by Will Dean and enjoying it. Lauren, the audiobook of The Correspondent is a full cast and was fabulous, but I listened to it and read the actual book at the same time. Lovely. Andrea's reading Women Without Men from the Booker International because my library had the German translation. Great. Danielle said, bloody awful in different ways, fiction, but based on the author's childhood of having 7 different dads in 7 years. Emma says, I read Audition as my first from the list, which I enjoyed, but I don't think I totally got. I'm hearing that a lot. Marlene says, I'm reading Heart the Lover, just started it today and enjoying it so far. Run Right reads it saying hi to Andrea. Martha says, thinking about sticking with my theme of reading about gardens so far this year and wonder what people think of the children's classics Tom's Midnight Garden. Is it a good one? I don't remember anything about that. Do you remember Tom's Midnight Garden as a child? It's a child's classic.
The only thing I remember is The Midnight Feast, which is a film.
Oh, there we go. It's not a Midnight Garden.
That's when I had a really bad nosebleed.
Oh, Jenny says, I'm trying to get my cat to stop attempting to take a bite out of my current read, Ordinary Saints by Neve Lone. Such an intense but wonderful read. And Pam says, with the Lily King book, do I need to read Writers and Lovers first? And Jenny said, Accidental Irish Readathon book 2. Gail says, I really enjoyed Bloody Awful in different ways. And Run Right Read says, I'm a little late planning for the Women's Prize, but I'd like to read a few of the books. Bethan Davis says, got The Housemaid is Watching by Frida McFadden. My friends are getting into reading, so I've been picking ones with movies to ease in. Only just started, but so far so good. Oh, right, okay. Bess has confirmed, David, that book 6 in Akatar is releasing in October and book 7 is out in January. So
there we go. So that's what loads of other authors are frightened to release a book.
I bet. Paula says, I'm reading A Woman Is No Man by Etaf Rum. It's amazing. Andrew saying hi back to Run Right Reads. Katie says, hi. Hello, sorry I'm late. I've been for dinner at Dishoom. Lucky sausage. Going to be reading Heart the Lover too. Slice of Sunny Reed said, I had the Tom's Midnight Garden film on video as a kid. It made me cry every time. I'd love to read it now. Yeah, I do remember something about an adaptation. And Becky says, I remember loving Tom's Midnight Garden. I think there was a really good TV adaptation. And Slice of Sunny Reed said, made me cry in a good way. Oh, lots of chat about it. So, I loved Tom's Midnight Garden as a kid, but it's been a while since I've read it. Sophie saying, hi David, and they're reading Dominion after hearing about it for the Women's Prize. It's brilliantly brutal so far. I'm saving myself for The Benefactors and Wild Dark Shores, hoping for some 5-star books. Sarah said, Tom's Midnight Garden is one of my favourite children's books, breaks me every time. A Woman Is No Man is one of my favourite books. Lovely. Well, lots and lots and lots of books being read, and guys, there's 173 of us this lovely Friday night, so what a nice treat. Okay, shall we go in for a good 25-minute sesh?
No, I've had enough of reading now.
Yeah, you've done quite a lot, haven't you? Shall we go, because it's 25 to 9 now, so shall we go in for a good 25-minute sesh and go until 9 o'clock? So I think we will do that. And yeah, let's go for it. Good luck. See you on the other side. Right, what's just happened?
I mean, I kind of want to read this one of the achievements from killing the baby goblins.
Go on, read it.
So it says, okay, unless you're a complete psychopath, we know you probably didn't wake up this morning and tell yourself, today's the day I'm going to slaughter a child. Well, let's put your mind at ease. All children mobs who die within this dungeon don't actually perish. They're transferred to a holding area when they're safe and treated nicely and gently until they can be reunited with their loving parents at the end of the season. Feel better? Good. The reward? These past 20 seconds when your conscience started to ease. That was your reward. It was also a lie. That baby is dead and it is dead because of you. You're totally going to hell.
Oh.
You've also received a bronze arsehole box.
Oh, wow.
And then very quickly it says, what's the only thing standing between an innocent child and a happy, fulfilling life? You. The answer is you.
Cheeky.
Very cheeky.
You've been falling asleep.
Hmm?
You've been falling asleep.
I did have my eyes closed for a couple of minutes. Oh, have I been rumbled?
Yes.
Oh, thanks for grassing me up, guys.
Right, I've got this much to read, so we'll give it till 9 and then we'll talk to you about your falling asleep. We're at 9 o'clock if you want to get to a point where you can stop.
Yeah.
Well done. Journal with Dolly has said, hi all, hope you're well. Had an awful day at work, teacher at a behavioural school, so we're looking forward to this. I'm trying to decide what to read. My last was Rebecca and it was amazing. It is amazing. It certainly is amazing. Natalie says, gutted that I forgot about this tonight as I found myself untangling wool for ages around 7 and I reckon watching this might have made me less grumpy. Been reading The Immaculate Body, the winner of the Women's Prize Discoveries, and I think it's just so well written. It's been a really, really easy read too, just what I've needed. And it was David Hobson said, I think David needs to go to bed. I give him 15 minutes before he's out cold. Sarah says, hello everyone, joining late on my lunch break in the States. I've had sherried sardine avocado toast. Oh my God. I'm reading Ducks by Kate Beaton. I read that a few years ago, graphic memoir, and Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter. Ophelia says, I'm falling asleep here too. And Beth says, don't feel bad, David. I took a little snooze during the last reading sprint. Martha says, I'm still enjoying Elizabeth and her German garden and learned a new word, vituperative, which is more fun to say than its meaning. Mum Gillian is now having a cosy time knitting. Shell says, I'm reading The Man Who Played with Fire by Jan Stocklassa about Stieg Larsson's investigation into the assassination of Sweden's Prime Minister in 1986, a page-turner for the non-fiction challenge. Oh, that sounds good. Charlie's here. Hello, Charlie. Hi, I've been reading Sweetness in the Skin by Ishi Robinson. Lovely stuff. Well, shall we G David up with some film talk? That will get you G'd up, won't it? So what did we watch today?
We watched Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
The Immortal Man.
I don't know if that accent stuck to the end there.
No, I don't think it does. Not really an accent man.
So we watched that. So somebody mentioned earlier that they just got back from watching Mother's Pride. Tell us how Mother's Pride was, because I think the trailer looks absolutely shit, and David says he thinks it looks good.
No, I'm aware it looks like a bit of a rubbish British movie, but I
David loves a rubbish British movie.
I like to support British movies because they're British.
There we go. So yeah, and if you've seen any other films at the cinema recently, then do let us know, because we've been lacking, haven't we? I saw Wuthering Heights and I loved it. I thought it was over the top and raucous and opulent and ghastly and I just loved everything about it, including dresses, and Martin Clunes was amazing. Martin Clunes is in Mother's Pride.
Mm-hmm.
That you tried to lure me in a little bit there, didn't you, with Clunesy?
Oh, Clunesy.
But yeah, so let us know if you've seen anything at the cinema recently, and yes, and what did you think about The Immortal Man?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was just like a long episode of Peaky Blinders. I did think the first half hour was quite slow.
Oh no, I thought the first scene in the munitions factory. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. But no, I think that basically there's something that you're waiting for, and I think that's what people are waiting for to happen. Right.
Okay. Yeah. So at the beginning of the film, Cillian Murphy's voice does a voiceover literally before the film starts and says, "Hi, it's Cillian Murphy here. You're one of the first people to watch this film, and it's on at the cinema. Please don't spoil it for the people who are waiting until Netflix comes out." And I was just like, "What the fuck are you doing this for, Cillian?"
Yeah.
I bet you fucking hate it.
Yeah, we both turned to something just like, I bet you hated doing that.
Yeah. I enjoyed the film. I thought it was, like David said, I think one of my things that I both liked and loathed about the Peaky Blinders series was that it took fucking ages to get anything done, because everything was like a bit of a slow build and then a big bit of action. But this had like the big bit of actions in here. I thought all the performances were fantastic.
Oh yeah, great
Cillian
performances
Murphy was amazing.
all round.
Barry Keoghan, very, very good. I think her name is, I can't think of her surname. Her first name is Sophie, the girl who plays Ada, woman who plays Ada. Very, very good. Stephen Graham pops up in it, which is very good.
Rebecca Ferguson, who
I don't love her.
I like her.
But Bill Roth, was he the guy who was
Tim Roth.
Tim Roth.
Yeah.
He was brilliant.
He's great.
He reminded me of an old Jay from The Inbetweeners, who's also in Mother's Pride.
Yeah, linked.
But what it made me realise is that I love period stuff. So anything in history, I love it. I love regional accents. She's always going on about how much she loves regional accents. But I love modern music over old stuff.
Yeah, had some good music.
Yeah, and that kicked off almost instantly, and I was like, yes, I'm here for this. So yeah. And yeah, I mean, visually, I thought it looked really nice, like almost made for the big screen. Like, I'm glad I went to see it at the cinema.
Yeah.
Because I know it's made for Netflix.
Yeah, I think obviously because it is coming out on Netflix, I feel like if we didn't have cinema passes, I probably wouldn't have gone. I probably would have, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm desperate to sit in the cinema. I probably would have waited for Netflix.
One thing we can both say, I don't want to give any spoilers at all, but there's a sort of absence of characters who have died in the previous series, if you haven't seen any of the series. And it made me think sometimes that they didn't have like all of although it said at the beginning it was made in conjunction with the BBC, but they didn't have all of the rights to the previous stuff, or like images of the previous people, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I can't really go into detail about that without spoiling, so I won't. But yeah, I mean, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it.
And something that is a spoiler, but it doesn't give anything away about the film, because I would be happy, because I was going in expecting, I can't wait to hear the theme tune, and you hear it for a bit, but it's not. It's like a slowered version of it. So don't go in hoping to hear the bing, 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 because you don't hear it, which is really.
You know that theme tune? Is that done by the same person who does? Yeah,
it's
Nick Cave.
Nick Cave, that's it. Yeah.
Who also made like the most.
No. Slow Horses is Mick Jagger.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I never.
He wrote it especially for. Well, I think it is actually Rolling Stones. I don't know, it could be Mick Jagger, but he wrote it for Slow Horses.
Yes, I do remember of that. I thought it was Nick Cave for some reason.
No, it's Mick.
Okay, let's have a little look what people are saying. So, AB Shark joined 20 minutes ago, but I'm reading The Benefactors. Great, 50 pages in, enjoying it so far. Great. Lil's Vintage World said, World, how is your Pride and Prejudice cross-stitch going? Are you looking forward to the Netflix series of Pride and Prejudice coming out? The Pride and Prejudice cross-stitch is going not at all. I don't even know where it is.
I think it's under the...
Okay, but...
Both of ours is under here.
I think... Whilst I'm watching the Pride and Prejudice Netflix series, which I am off my head excited about, a Ginger Mr. Darcy, yes please, I will definitely do my Pride and Prejudice cross stitch while that is on.
Maybe I'll finish my sister's cross stitch next for her birthday next year.
Don't. That's been going on for so long.
Yeah.
But yes, I will definitely be doing it when that's on. I'm very, very excited. I'm also very, very excited. Oh, I could do it for that as well. They're bringing out The Other Bennet Sister, which is a Pride and Prejudice retelling from Mary Bennet's point of view, who's the middle sister, and she's a sort of within the family, nondescript. Like there's not much going on. She plays a bit of piano, and she's very overlooked. But in the book that it's a rewrite, like an adaptation, a retelling.
Not me and my family.
You are not overlooked. And she goes on to have a lovely life, and she's played by the young girl who played Sister Frances Buccarelli, who played Sister, that lovely young nun who went off. I can't think of her name. Sister Frances? No, her name is Frances.
I don't know.
Sister Frances, and her name is Ella Buccarelli.
Yeah, I think I know the one you mean.
And it's got an amazing cast. Ruth Jones is playing Mrs. Bennet, which I think is going to be fantastic, and Richard E. Grant is playing Mrs. Bennet.
Is Mrs. Bennet Mr.
Mr. Collins? Yes.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
So there's two very exciting Pride and Prejudice related things coming out soon, and I will do my Pride and Prejudice related cross stitch whilst I'm watching those things. Thank you for reminding me, Lil. Danielle says I went to see History of Sound. Yes, I do want to see that because I loved the books. Well, short story in the book, but I don't know if you watched it without reading, if you'd enjoy it as much as it's super quiet. Oh, yeah, I do want to see that. Well, I mean, of course I want to see that. It's got Paul Mescal in it.
Oh, was it? Oh, I thought it was just Josh O'Connor.
No, Josh O'Connor and Paul Mescal. Who, I like Josh O'Connor as well, so yeah, I would like to see that. Pam says Rebecca Ferguson has been amazing in Silo on Apple TV. Did you try watching Silo?
No, I haven't, but I am aware of it.
It's the adaptation of the Wall trilogy by Hugh Howey. Okay, so Joe has said it was me who saw Mother's Pride, potentially a rubbish British movie. Easy watch, got some laughs, decent cast, probably entirely forgettable, but didn't consider it a waste of time after seeing it. On par with the Fisherman Friends films. David loves the Fisherman Friends films.
I bloody love the Fisherman Friends film.
Oh, there we go. Has that made you want to see it even more?
Yeah.
Good. And Lil said there's also going to be a Sense and Sensibility film on Netflix too. Thumbs up for that. Pam says I've been rewatching For All Mankind on Apple before the new season comes out later this month. Have you heard of that?
No.
Me neither. David, what have you been watching while you've been on your walking pad?
So I tried Paradise. I thought it was okay. Laura has said that I need to stick with it because it gets really good. So I might go back to it. I'm also doing Yellowstone, which I'm 5 episodes in, and it's okay, but a few of the characters really annoy me, so maybe I might try something else. Well, because I've also started to rewatch Scrubs from the beginning.
That's classic David move, that is. Starting something new, but actually thinking, no, I'm going to rewatch Scrubs.
Just go back to some good old
I'm going to rewatch The Office,
stuff.
the US Office again. Run Right Reed said, switch to finish up the Buddy Reed of Margaret Atwood's The Robber Bride. Great. Martha says, the black sesame salted caramel macaron was excellent. Lauren, how is the bread baking going for this month? I haven't done any bread baking yet. However, I am going to do some on Sunday, I think. Now, I haven't got, it's not going to be anything special, but I've got some strong white bread flour and some yeast. And I know that is all I need. So I will I will do that. My sister says my sister's got quite a good recipe that doesn't involve much kneading. So I will. I've asked her to send it to me about 3 times and she hasn't.
Bread baker thing.
What do you mean a bread baker?
A bread oven.
Bread oven.
What's the ones where you make it in a bread machine?
A bread maker.
Bread maker.
A bread baker. Bread oven. Bread machine.
Yeah, bread
maker.
Bread maker.
It's what you make bread in.
Yeah.
We haven't got one, but my mum has, and she's not at home at the moment. Maybe I'll go and get that from her. No, she'd never forgive me. Yeah. Bread baking on Sunday. Sasha said, just finished my book and now I'm trying to decide between James by Percival Everett, got that on my Kindle, or All Fours by Miranda July is my next read. Loved All Fours by Miranda July, it's insane. Pam says, oh, Mr. Bennett, what's occurring?
Yeah.
Mr. Beth says, Lauren, are you doing the Irish Readathon this year? No, I haven't. Do you know what? And I'm gutted about it because I have always taken part in the Irish Readathon and championed it, and you know how much I love Irish books and Irish authors and indeed Irish tea. And what did I say earlier? I've been to Ireland over 4 times.
Yeah.
But yes, sadly, what with it's always, I always sort of squish Irish Readathon beginning of March, Women's Prize at the end of March. But what with my non-fiction reading challenge this year as well, it's meant that things have had to go by the wayside.
So
However,
it's got to go.
I am giving nods to it because indeed we are reading an Irish non-fiction book for book club this month, and I'm prioritising the benefactors from the Women's Prize list. So I am reading.
Sorry, Ireland, you've got to go.
Sorry, that means we've only got 20 minutes left on, 20% left on the battery. So when we next do the next reading sprint, you're going to be coming in from over there whilst you're plugged in. But let's have a look. So Chris is so interesting to me that Alison Steadman got a lot of criticism for her performance as Mrs. Bennet when the 1995 miniseries came out, but now it's considered a genius portrayal. I think it's great. And I really enjoyed listening to Alison Steadman in her audiobook talk about that part because, she did get some criticism, but I think it's great. Mr. Collins! Joe says, I'm pleased David was happy with my review of Mother's Pride. Pam says, For All Mankind is an alternative history where the Soviets beat America to the moon, so the space race never ends. I feel like I've seen a trailer for that.
Is that the...
I think we've seen a trailer for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may have actually watched the first episode of that.
Oh, okay.
A long time ago, but maybe not.
Chris says, I'm so in the mood for a rewatch of Rosemary and Thyme, as I've not watched in a while.
I think that For All Mankind has got the guy from the guy from Suits in it, who only cops off with Meghan Markle.
Hubba, who looks a bit like my brother-in-law.
Does he?
I always thought he did. Not so much now, but back in the day. Runright Reads is saying James is excellent. I haven't read the other option though. Sarah says Scrubs is one of my favourite shows. I need to rewatch and start the new season.
The new season is what got me wanting to watch it, and it's just like classic Scrubs, so I was really pleased about that.
A.B. Sharp said, I'm interested in seeing the new Stephen Graham film Good Boy that comes out in a couple of weeks. It looks proper weird. Oh, I don't think I've even seen the trailer for that.
I don't even think I've seen the trailer for that.
Yeah. I was quite impressed. Like Stephen Graham's part in the thingy film. Tiny and sort of thankless really.
Mm-hmm.
But good on him for going along with it.
Yeah. Maybe it was in his contract.
Lil's Vintage World said, loving the new Scrubs. It's just like old times. Have you both seen the latest series of Bridgerton? No, and I must. David's over Bridgerton.
Yeah.
He watched the first series with me because it was we were in lockdown and he was contractually obliged to. But you haven't watched any more since. I watched the last season on my own. I really liked the last season a lot. So I will get around to watching it. I simply will. Danielle says, David, I watch concerts on my walking pad and time whizzes by as I sing along. I always end up walking further. That's a good idea.
I like that.
Martha says, if you're going to try sourdough bread baking, try a black sesame sourdough. It's delicious. Lovely stuff. And Chris
let's walk before you can run, eh?
Yeah, let's see if I actually can fucking do something at all.
Jesus.
Thank you. And thank you for your faith in me, Martha. Chris says, it was so nice to see your comments about the Wuthering Heights films. The way people have carried on about it, you would have thought Emerald Fennell would run over the critics' relatives. I know, it's ridiculous. Let's all just have a bit of fucking fun with a film, shall we? Please.
Mr. Collins!
Mr. Collins! I tell you what, I hope there's a lot of Mr. Collins going on with
I hope so.
I've also got a book about called Introducing Mrs. Collins, which is about Mrs. Collins, which which is about Charlotte Lucas, who, spoiler, marries Mr. Collins. I really want to read that as well. Right. Shall we stop saying Mr. Collins? Shall we say it one more time?
Yeah.
Go on, you.
Mr. Collins!
Mr. Collins! Right, go on. You can say it in capitals in the comments if you want.
Yeah.
To go. Right, okay. I'm going to go and plug this phone in over there. It's just gone 15:15. Shall we go to 25:2? And then that'll give us enough juice, I think, to get to the end.
To get to the end.
I can't believe there's 165 of us. How lovely. Right, let me go and plug you in over there. You will be far away, but we are only reading, so don't worry. And we'll bring you back in time for that. Jenny said, this is like when you're a child and you get giddy at a sleepover. That Mr. But no more. We can't do any more Mr. Collins. Come on over. Right, can you see us from there? Yes, you can. Plug this in. Oh. We need to go back a bit, in fact. There we go.
I think we should do the next bit of chat from there, actually.
No. You might not be able to hear anything, but you're plugged in and you're charging.
Oh, a lovely view of the dining table.
A beautiful view of the dining table. Okay. Let's go till 25 to 10.
I don't think you need help.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Oh, wrong book. No. Hello, beautiful girl. What's going on? Yeah? What's happening, darling? Oh, I did another cup of tea, yes please. absolutely flying through this. Do you want to come back over? I'll get ya. I'm coming over to get ya. Push this chair in. Come back over. Come on over. Oh, Debbie's out. Look. Hello. Debbie. Don't know if you actually saw it there. But that's Dappy. I think you did catch a little bit of the dap. Lovely stuff. Oh, well, we're nearly there. I just said, you might not have heard me because you were all the way over there. I'm absolutely flying through this. I've read 62 pages of it. And I think it was about 20 pages of this I read. So I'm going to have read 80 pages. Well, probably more than that. But yeah, this is incredibly readable. Like I said, it's a non-fiction book about a woman who went missing from a block of flats in Margate. And this writer was in the hairdressers one morning and talking to his hairdresser, and she said, oh, listen to this that I've just heard about. And she tells him about somebody she knows who lives in the same block of flats and how this woman went missing and there was never any trace of her. And he has sort of befriended the people that live in this building, and he's come into contact with her post from the 13 years she's been disappeared. And within that post, there's not a birthday card, a Christmas card, anything like that. It's all bills. But one of the first bits of post she received was the minutes from an AGM meeting of the block of flats, so the people that are living in the flats, and to discuss the sort of decisions that happen, where they spend the money, etc., etc. And yeah, it got a bit tasty in that meeting. And yeah, it's just incredibly well written and sort of gripping and intriguing. Like, there's a lot of intrigue. I don't ever read true crime. In fact, I could probably narrow down sort of 2 true crime books. I've read this one and The Peep Show, Murders at Rillington Place. I also tried to read the one about the Golden State Killer a couple of years ago, but I just could not get on with it, so gave up on it. I remember being a bit disappointed in that because I'd bought a hardcover copy from America, because I'd heard such good things, and then it just completely freaked me out and I did not get on with it at all. But yeah, I very am having a great time with this. So, but everybody I've spoken to who has read this, and that's not many people. Oh, he's got his. But can I have a little bite of it?
Just have the tiniest bite, because you've already tried something, you don't like it.
I don't like it.
You went right with the middle bit. You're right.
It's horrible.
I know. You tried a bit earlier. You didn't
I didn't try it.
Oh,
I just smelt it.
I apologise.
Dolly food. Yeah. So I'm having a great time with this. So
I don't know what that is in it.
That's just a bit. Oh. That's wood, David.
Mm.
That was in it.
Yeah.
You should take a photo of that.
I will check about that. I'm feeling a bit bad now because it was.
Well, we got it on
Yeah.
camera. Well, you can see that there's like the actual dough on it. Yeah, let me know how you're getting on with your book and if you're enjoying it, because I am very much enjoying mine. David, are you enjoying your book?
I am. So.
How much percentage?
They're about to find. They've just found Stairwell to Level 2.
Oh, he's in 30%.
And they've encountered some other crawlers who were naughty.
Naughty crawlers.
Yeah. And so yeah, it's getting there.
Very good. Let's see what people are saying about their books. Okay, so there was a bit of discussion about whether or not to read Huckleberry Finn before the book James. Now, I have the book James on my Kindle, and I was also wondering the same thing. And Run Right Reads has said it's good to read Huckleberry Finn first. Even though James is its own story, you will see why the departure works. Great. And then Sasha has said, thank you, I'll read Huckleberry Finn first. So, Leslie Guest says, I'm currently reading Pride and Prejudice, and every time I see Mr. Collins, I hear you and David saying, you've got a big bit of dolly food in your beard. Oh, there it goes. Pam says, I listened to I'll Be Gone in the Dark. It's a very difficult subject matter. I think I feel better knowing he has now been caught at last. Oh, hey! Your true self. Your true self. I'm on book 4 of the Cazalet Chronicles. Mwah! I'm going to try and convince my library book club to read the first Cazalet Chronicles for book club. It's very big, but I think they'll all love it. What are you laughing at?
Where did that come from?
Where did it come from?
I don't know. Did it come out your mouth?
No, it was on
Oh.
my keyboard.
No, I saw something fly out.
No,
I
it
don't know if
was.
come out your mouth.
Oh no, it was dry, so it can't have been.
I don't know where it come from then.
Yeah, I'm going to try and do that. Lindsay said, I'm almost finished my audiobook, Two Little Eyes by Samantha Schweblin. I read that a couple of years ago. Jennifer says, enjoying 1,000 Threads. Naina Cherry has such an interesting upbringing. I know so many creative people in Naina Cherry's life, like amazing stuff. Becky says, I'm enjoying Indignity, even though it's a reimagining of a memoir. That's what sort of puts me off, Becky. 53 pages in. If it gets shortlisted, then I will read it, but otherwise I don't think I probably will. Unintentional Minimalist says, I'm a few pages short of finishing Ordinary Saints. I've really enjoyed it. Lovely stuff. Has anyone got a question for David? Because he likes to answer questions.
I do like to answer questions.
He likes to answer questions because he is a special boy and he's a nice boy and he's been doing so well with his reading.
I have.
When you finish this will be your 4th book you've read this year.
I know. I don't know if I've ever read 4 books in a year.
No, during lockdown I think you did 6 or 7. Yeah, you did more.
Or in March.
I know, and you've read, well...
I'm just trying a bit more. Well, obviously
you are trying a bit more, and it's odd. Like, so one of our things that's made David read, if people are interested in what's made David read more, is that one of the things is that we've pledged. We need to do that actually. We haven't done the walk or the pledge or the thing.
No, just well, we've got.
So we pledged that we will go for a walk down our local beach once a week.
Maybe we can pledge with our niece with the beach.
Yeah, and we also sit and read for an hour together, which has been lovely because that was my pledge, but. Because we were both reading the book, that terrible Christmas book, The Christmas Tree Farm. Do you remember? And
how could I forget? It was so good.
We would read that in bed and listen to Christmas carols, and that was like one of my favourite things that we did last year.
I'll tell you what, it was a terrible book, but it was fun reading
but it was
together,
so
wasn't
bad.
it?
The Christmas Tree Farm.
We had such a fun time.
I'm sure there's people here that have read it, and it was terrible because there's book club people here. And we had and I loved that so much, and I'm so glad that we've carried on with the reading, and then we've carried on and we're doing an hour's reading a week anyway, which is great. But then David himself has just been trying so much harder, and you've been reading basically every single night before you go to
like
bed.
Sometimes it's like just
a chapter or
tiny chapter for a few minutes, depends if I'm tired or not. But I try and read at least once, even if it's just for 5 minutes.
But sometimes, and it's happened on more than one occasion, and it makes me glad, I'll come in here and David will just be reading.
Well, I told you when I went to work, didn't I?
Oh my God! He took the Kindle to work and read 2 chapters on
I was in the office on Monday, and I don't know for people who... Because, like, I predominantly work from home as do most people at cancer research. And not many people are in the office on Monday, so I kind of thought there's probably going to be nobody in my team in on Monday, and there wasn't. So on my lunch, I just went up into a little canteen where there was barely anyone in there, and I didn't know any of them, so I just read a couple of chapters.
I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. I mean, in a dream world, like, I would love for you to read a book a month, but you've already finished your March book. You finished March book, I think.
Yeah,
like,
I'm above a book a month.
No, amazing.
You
right, you have got some questions. Do you not want to answer them though?
No, don't worry about it. Just cancel it.
Right, first of all, Pam has said, I'm enjoying Monsters by Claire Dederer, hoping to finish it over the weekend and complete the Winter Challenge. Amazing work, Pam. So Jennifer said, David, what book do you want to read next?
So I'm trying to do a
Oh my God, this is so
theme where I've kind of accidentally come into this theme of reading a fiction and then a non-fiction. So my next one after this will be a non-fiction. And I don't know. I haven't really thought about what.
You've got the book that God gave you.
Oh yeah, maybe like that one which is all about 80s like coming of age movies.
I've just remembered something. Kathy Burke's autobiography is on Libby now.
Kathy, so I
put a reservation
I'm going to go and put reservation on that. But I think if I do an audio book, I would like to try and do an audio book and a book at the same time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, because I think I really want to listen to, because I love an audio book. Because to me it's like a behind, like especially if it's somebody in TV or movies, because it's like a little behind the scenes of all of that stuff.
Nice.
So and it's normally the person who narrates them is, Kathy Burke narrates it.
Yeah.
So I think I would try and like to do that. So yeah, I would like maybe an autobiography next, to be my next book.
Cool. Right, Jenny says, David, if you were to write a book, what would it be about?
Oh God, it would probably be. I tell you what. No, not now. What would it be? It would definitely be some kind of like Ready Player One-esque book where I can be very nostalgic bringing lots of ideas from my favourite movies and favourite foods and TV shows and music together into one big, massive book.
Good.
You read it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Sarah from Your True Self says, favourite hot cross buns, David?
Probably the one I just had.
No, that's not. It's from Marks and Spencer's, it's a red velvet one. It's got some jank in the middle.
Yeah, white chocolate jank in the middle.
I had the cheese. If anyone's interested in mine, I had the cheese ones from Marks and Spencer's today, and they just weren't cheesy enough for me.
No, but
before they've done cheese and chili, and that was lovely.
Yeah, they do a Millionaires one, which we saw in M&S today, so I might like to try them next.
God, do they? Jesus. Right. Oh, the second part of that question is the best book of the year so far for you.
Oh, Stephen King's.
Yeah, I loved that.
The Institute.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you see yourself reading another Stephen King book this year?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, but I might just go back to the beginning and read Carrie, because I believe that was his first ever book.
Yeah, I think it is, but yeah, you can go through.
So I'd like to go for Carrie, because I do think the Institute might be hard to beat.
Yeah. Because
I've never had a book grip me like that before, and I don't know if I said it on here in another. In like your book club or something, but as I read it, it felt like I wasn't reading it. It just felt like it was playing as a movie in my mind.
When that happens.
And like sometimes I would get to the end of the chapter and I was like, a bit like when you're driving and you think, oh, I don't even really remember driving, and just because you're like so autopilot-y. And I just felt like that with the book. It just felt like I was watching a film in my head. It was so cool. I've never had a feeling like that before.
I will also say, I think the fact that David enjoyed that book so much. Well, you enjoyed your first book as well. So the fact that he started with Future Boy, the Michael J. Fox memoir, from that particular point of his life, which was when he was filming Back to the Future, which is David's favourite film. So I think the fact that David had started the year with 2 books that he loved has really kick-started, because the third book you read, which you still found okay, called The Racket.
Yeah, I found that more interesting than enjoyable. Which
I think you would have languished over that if that had been the first book that you'd read of the year.
But maybe I might have enjoyed that a bit more had I not had the... But yeah.
Okay. Alison, this is a lovely question. David, how do you go through life as such a happy person? What does that mean?
Because of you. You make me happy.
You make me happy. It's such a lovely thing. Pam, right now, I don't want you to dwell too much on this. Because
I am a dweller.
Yeah, but I want you to sort of reel off a few things because, But Pam wants to know what your top 5 British films are.
Pride. Oh, God. It's hard, isn't it? I can't think of any other British films at the minute. Bridget Jones.
Yeah. I was going to say that.
Several, like, the last Bridget Jones was one of my favourite movies of last year. What other British films do I like?
One of mine is Bend It Like a Film.
Oh, God, this is embarrassing because I love a British film.
Do you know what, Pam? He's going to do some work on it, and next time we've got Cosy Reading Night, he will answer with a
but that's definitely 2 of them.
Top 5 list.
Hold on.
There's more. No, wait, do it next time. Do it next time. British Bookworm says, David, who or what are your Oscar picks for this year? I think Sinners. We're pretty sure Sinners are going to do quite well.
Well, I mean, I would like Sinners to do well, but I think it'll probably be one battle after another because it's quite a bit up in the air with a few things, isn't it? This year, I was reading about it the other day, and it's probably the most. Like, what's the word when nobody's sure?
Open?
Yeah, open. I think it's the most open Oscars in years. So I would like Sinners, but because I did enjoy one battle after another, but I preferred Sinners.
And David loved I Swear, which I haven't seen yet. But that's I think that might be on Netflix from today. The 6th, I think it was the 6th.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, you should watch that. Because I don't think that's up for any Oscars, sadly.
Oh, is it not?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, Joe has asked, what's the most exciting film released this year for you?
Oh, Project Hail Mary. Every time I see a trailer for that, I just get so excited. I mean, Ryan Gosling is one of the best actors at the moment, and I love him so much. And he's such a fun guy. And the movie.
And he's so fit.
And he is fit, and he's lovely, and he's a very good actor. And I'm the only thing I'm worried about is am I building it up in my mind too much?
Oh, he doesn't normally do that though, so that would be weird if they did.
Because I just feel like it's going to make me laugh and it's going to make me cry.
Rocky.
I think with Rocky, I just think it's going to because I was hoping to listen to the audio book, but it's not available anywhere.
I was going to buy it on audio on.
We'll do that then because I'd like to try and listen to the audio book beforehand.
Sarah says, "What are some of your favourite TV shows?"
Gavin and Stacey, Shrinking,
I haven't
Scrubs,
seen Shrinking.
US Office, UK Office. The Bear, not season 3.
Call the Midwife. Call the Midwife.
Call the Midwife.
Love Call the
Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
Loads.
Yeah,
Gladiators.
he loves Gladiators.
The Wheel. Richard Osman's House of Games.
Shortly to be House
Shortly
of Games.
to be someone else's house.
Unintentional Minimalist says, my question is David going to join in with any more crafting, and how much is he looking forward to the bread baking?
I'm not looking forward to the bread baking because I get to eat bread. But to be honest, I'm not a crafter. I don't love crafting. So I will get involved as little as I have to.
Right. Martha says, David, what would your dream book club book be?
I suppose it had to be a book that I've read.
Well, not necessarily. You could pick an author that you've liked and a Stephen King book
Stephen
club.
I don't really know any Stephen apart from I don't really know many of the ones coming up.
No, it doesn't have to be. So you could pick you could just say, I'd like to go to a Stephen King book club where every month we read a Stephen King book and then discuss it.
That would be great.
King. How would you feel, and I'd have to run it past the rest of book club, but how would you feel if in September for your birthday we did Stephen King month and we read a Stephen King book and you joined in?
If people were okay with...
Because you do enjoy joining in for book club.
I do enjoy joining it in, and if people don't mind Stephen King talking about boobies quite a lot...
Oh, yeah, but maybe not in every book. I don't remember there being much talk about boobies in Misery.
No.
But yeah, okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. So Pam says, I stand by my review for the Christmas Tree Farm, utter horseshit. Joe says, I agree with you. David, I think we've sort of touched on this. Best picture and best actor and actresses, who are your winners?
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan and Sinners.
Yeah.
And who's up for actress? Probably Emma Stone for Begonia.
Yeah, no, Buckley's...
Oh, Jessie Buckley.
Jessie Buckley's taken the majority of the awards. So, obviously, I haven't seen Hamnet, so I can't pass judgment. But yeah. Hopefully her, because she's British.
Yeah, she's Irish.
She's Irish, sorry.
Shell says, oh no, I'd forgotten about the Christmas Tree Farm. I'm now reliving the horror. And Lauren says, was that Laurie Gilmore's Christmas Tree Farm? If so, did you read any others in the series and what did you think? So yes, I've read Cinnamon Bun Bookstore and the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and I thought they were okay, but the Christmas Tree Farm was fucking dog shit. It was so bad, wasn't it?
It was really bad.
So yeah, I
don't have much luck with the old Christmas books, do we?
No, and I actually, before I read the Christmas Tree Farm, I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to read... there's the Daisy Chain flower shop, and then another one called the Strawberry Pancake House, and I thought I will read those. And
you must find a good.
After reading the Christmas one, I was just like, no, I'm not going to read those. Yeah, we will find a good one this year. But sometimes it's fun to read something shit and really slag it off.
That is true. Yeah.
Just
getting you in the mood for a lovely Christmassy.
Annika says, hi Lauren and David, sorry only just joining, had to spend the evening with people I live with first. Oh, how annoying. I hope you both have a lovely weekend planned, thank you so much. Danielle says, white chocolate jank and wood, absolutely. Paige has woken up and says, hello from Australia. Just woken up a tad late today.
Good day.
Jenny says, Pride, what a blinking film.
Yeah.
Oh, and Danielle says, have you seen Pride is going on stage later in the year in London? It looks so good. Oh my God, we will definitely have to go and see that.
I would love to go and see that.
Oh, okay, so the reason I Swear isn't eligible for this year's Oscars is that it hasn't had a US release.
Oh, I think it is about to have
its
release. I'm sure I saw it because I follow some YouTube trailer channels, and it did come up with the trailer. So maybe next year then.
Yeah.
Might be eligible.
Okay. Carly says the audiobook of Project Hail Mary is amazing, one of the best from last year. So yeah, I do. The first ever audiobook I listened to was The Martian by Andy Weir, who's the author of Project Hail Mary. And yeah, it was amazing. It really was amazing. And I don't just think it was because it was my first audiobook. It was just it was just so well done. So
cool.
Yeah, I do think it would be very good. So Katie says, I love Shrinking so much. Joe has said that'll be a great book club for September. Oh, and Karen has said, have you seen The Life of Chuck, which is based on a Stephen King?
I have not. I didn't
It
realise
stars
based on
Tom
Stephen
Hiddleston,
King.
and it's really good.
Yeah,
Or
it's on
maybe we will
Netflix.
give it a go then. Yeah, I have seen it.
You've seen the trailer for it, and you was.
Tom Hiddleston gives me the ick a bit, guys, because it gives me the ick a bit. But yeah, do you know what?
Tom Hiddleston.
No, what ruined him for me, and I think this is hilarious. But that parody Phil Wang did of him in that.
Oh, in that advert.
Japanese advert of him recommending I think it was Chinese actually. Apologies. Where he's recommending like a multivitamin or something like that.
Yeah, he's like, "Hi, good morning."
Yeah.
Oh, hi there.
Yeah, it really gave me
was
the
bad, wasn't it?
and yeah, so there we go. Beth says Stephen King in September would be a good way to head into spooky season.
That's very true. Yeah.
Yeah. So Martha's mum Gillian asks, David, have you seen Looking for Eric by Ken Loach? It's a great British film. I know David hasn't seen that because we've only watched one Ken Loach film.
That's all about Eric. This kid looking for Eric Cantona.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know. I remember seeing it advertised. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm willing
Is
to give
Ken
that a
Loach
go.
the guy that did The Old Oak? Yeah, it is. And Kes, like
is
really
it a bit
depressing
Is it
films.
a bit? Is it cheery?
Because I heard that The Old Oak was one of the
you did say
cheeriest
that.
Ken Loach films.
Oh yeah, if it's a bit miserable, then maybe.
I thought The Old Oak was very, very good film, but it was so sad. It was so sad.
Yeah, I mean, I could limit myself to one Ken Loach a year, I reckon.
Yeah.
So maybe next year.
Okay. Danielle says, go quick with Pride at the theatre because I think all the tickets are being snapped up. We will go and look at that. Pam said, I read Under the Dome by Stephen King and I loved it. And Pam has also said, Tom H just makes me cringe. I think it was with the Taylor Swift relationship for the cameras. Do you remember that? There were like photos taken at the beach like one night that they were in a relationship. No, thank you. Danielle says, also Tom Hiddleston ick when he danced on Graham Norton.
Oh, yeah.
That would give me the ick.
I think he did the same on Alan Carr as well.
Oh, of course he did. Lauren says, have either of you ever read any Irvine Walsh? If so, what did you think? No, I've never read any Irvine Walsh. Welsh, sorry.
He's been very cute down there.
I think that's the train spotting chap, isn't it? I've not read anything by that. And Martha said, looking for Eric is heartwarming. There we go.
Okay.
We can take it as heartwarming, but yes. Oh, Daphne's been so cute down there. God, this blanket's so big. Right, well, we are 3 minutes away from the end of Cosy Reading Night. Well done, everybody, for joining. How many percentage did you get to in the end?
I think I'm up to 39, so not much,
Wow.
but obviously I was only in it for the...
You were titting around just scrolling to start with and munching on carrots.
Oh, I was having a lovely time munching.
Yeah, munching. Just
Pizza, carrots, cucumber,
lovely.
ploughman's.
Salmons. I read quite a lot. I think I read about 80 pages, and I think I'm going to go to bed now and finish Chosen Family, which is a fiction book that I'm reading. But yeah, delighted that I finished this. I'm going to go and review this on Instagram. And then I think we'll go to bed, shall we, David? It's been a long day, hasn't it?
I'll probably sit and play for a bit.
Well, I might say let's watch a Hundy P just to relax us even further.
That's not to relax, that's to
No,
get
that's
pumped
true.
up.
So Danielle says Ken Loach lives in Bath and he does a lot of talks at our little independent cinema. Lovely. And Pam says I now want to read Dungeon Crawler Carl. And Sarah is thanking us for such a lovely Friday evening. Martha and her mum had a great Cosy Reading Night and her mum's first Cosy Reading Night. So we'll be doing another one of these in May will be the next time. God, that will probably be
gonna be
May,
May.
won't it? It's gonna be May. So yeah, we'll do the next one of these in May and I'll announce it sort of nearer the time. I always try and make it a Friday night just because it's a nice way to sort of ease us into the weekend, isn't it? But yeah, it will be May next time. And yes, very much looking forward to it. Lovely, lovely cosy time all round. And we'll see you again soon, won't we, David?
We will.
Shall we end with a Mr. Collins?
Yeah.
Mr. Collins!
Oh, we go. Made us